Well, an actor who was one of the rising stars of Marvel Studios is facing prison time after being convicted of assaulting a former girlfriend. And a devastating update for singer Celine Dion. TMZ's Michael Babcock joins us live in Los Angeles with these stories. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Hannah. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Happy to see you again. Well, let's start with Jonathan Majors. Obviously, major news out of Hollywood. He was immediately fired by Disney after being found guilty of these charges. They were against the Duncanville High School graduate. He's from the area. Now, both of those charges they're misdemeanors, but he could still spend some time behind bars.
Yeah, he could. I mean, he could face up to a year in a New York City jail and a fine as well. Obviously, the fine not as much as of a concern for Jonathan Majors, who has obviously done really well in Hollywood. But yeah, his freedom is on the line here. So, you know, there were 4 charges, Hannah, and ultimately the jury finds him guilty on 2. So I guess in some ways you could say he won, but obviously in other ways he lost. And you know, not soon after the verdict comes down, Marvel then announces that that they fired him, and he was playing this Kang the Conqueror role, and he had already appeared in the Ant-Man movie and the Loki television series on Disney, and there were other movies planned for the future, and there was literally talking that this character was going to be like the new Thanos. So point being, he was going to have a big role in the Marvel universe, and now that's gone. And again, like you said, his freedom very well could be as well. Now, first time you know, he's been in any sort of legal trouble like this. So do I think he's going to do a year in jail? No, probably not. But I think it's entirely possible that he does sometime here, and maybe even likely.
Yeah, and his sentencing hearing is scheduled for February. But, I mean, for Marvel, where do they go from here? I mean, how do they remedy this?
No, it's a big problem because they've got, you know, these movies that are already in development, and now you've got to try and on the fly either recast the role, or you've got to write in a new character, write him out. I mean, it's obviously it's a lot once the thing has already started kind of going down the track, and it has here. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to figure it out. And I mean, it was clear they doesn't seem like they had much debate on whether or not to keep him, because again, as soon as he was guilty, it was basically guilty and gone, just like that. They didn't waste any time at all.